Namaskaram. This will be the final part in the introduction to Bhagavad Gita. In this, I will cover the last three chapters. To recap the chapters communicated yesterday, let's go one by one. Beginning with chapter 13, Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga, explains about the two entities. One is the immortal soul, and the second one being the mortal body, and their differences. Chapter number 14, Gunatraya Vibhaga, expresses regarding the three gunas, the Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, and Tamo Guna, and their impact on human behavior and character. Chapter number 15, Purushottama Prapti, explains about the way to become a devotee to God and leave this perishable body and attain moksha, getting relieved from the cycle of birth and death. Now, let's begin with the last three chapters. Chapter 16, Devasura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga. Deva Asura Sampat. Okay. As the chapter itself says, it presents the distinction between the divine characters and the demonic characters, and the types of beings, one being the pious one and the other being the diabolic one. Lord Krishna explains in detail about these two nature of qualities, beginning with the divine properties whose good conduct and actions that are righteous in nature are beneficial to divinity, and evil properties whose mean character or unrighteous in nature or antagonistic to divinity. Divine qualities lead to peace and happiness, as well as they liberate us from this materialistic world, whereas the demonic qualities leads to the downfall of one's spiritual nature, and it is indeed a path to hell. To avoid these negativity, one must follow strictly what the scripture commands us to do. Now, moving on to next chapter, chapter number 17, Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga. This chapter deals with the influence of three gunas upon the faith, the severity in it, and contributions to the society. The faith of a person is determined by his purity. The purest ones worship the Supreme Parabrahma and follow righteous methods of worship and practice spirituality. The impure ones worship lower ones and follow exhilarating methods. The last and the final chapter, chapter number 18, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. This is the last chapter that describes the attainment of salvation by following the paths of karma. It explains in detail regarding the liberation and renunciation, types of renunciation, sacrifices, sternness, charity, and every sort of divinely attributes which one needs to inculcate in order to get detached from this materialistic world. One must renounce his or her desires, but not the actions. And while doing so, one must offer without any reservation to God. It also speaks about knowledge and its objectivities. There is an elaborate explanation about the giver, who is the teacher, and the receiver of knowledge, who is a student, and how the illusion of nature impacts human thinking and behavior, and in what ways one must overcome it. With this, I have only concluded the introductory part. I hope I have given something of useful to you, and from tomorrow onwards, we will start from chapter 1, shloka 1, and their meaning. Thank you everyone for your time and patience. Have a good day.